You have been the good girl your whole life. You follow the rules, work twice as hard, smile through the BS, and you're still not where you want to be. Girl, it's not you, it's the system. And today we're flipping that darn script. Look, if you've been tired of being undervalued, overlooked, and told you need to wait for your turn, this video is your wake-up call. Because the truth is, high-achieving women are not failing because they're not capable. They're failing because they've been conditioned to play small, stay quiet, and wait for permission. But the women who win, they crack the code. They own their story, they speak with power, and they don't shrink to make other people comfortable. In this video, I'm breaking down the exact mindset shifts and strategies to take you from being a hidden gem to being undeniable. If you are done waiting and ready to be seen, respected, and paid like the badass that you are, this is for you. Let's freaking go. Let me be real with you. For way too long, I was chasing gold stars like my worth depending on it. Every meeting, every project, every result, I was not doing it for me. I was doing it for approval. I needed somebody, anyone, to look at me in the eye and say, you're enough, you're smart, you're worthy. But here's what nobody tells you. When you hand your power to other people, they will use it. I became a piece of everybody else's chessboard, being moved, positioned, and played to fit their strategy. And the worst part was, I let that happen. I was not living my career, I was surviving it. I was following the damn rule book instead of rewriting it. Then, one day, everything changed, and it started with 3 turning points that cracked the whole illusion wide open. Number 1, I hit my breaking point. I'll never forget it. I was at my desk staring at yet another email telling me what I should be doing, and something inside of me just snapped. And it was not burnout, it was rage. Rage at how small I had let myself play, and rage that I've been waiting to be picked as if my life was The Bachelor and I needed a darn rose to feel chosen. That was the way I stopped auditioning, my friends. I was not frustrated anymore, I was done. Number 2, I redefined what success meant. Let's be honest, most of us inherit our definition of success from the outside world. It's the salary, it's the title, it's the status, it's a tiny suffocating box with a bow on the top. But I realized I don't want to fit in a box. I want to build a darn arena. So I stopped asking, what role do they think I belong in? And started asking, where do I feel alive? That shift, my friend, that's when I got my fire back. That's when the path stopped looking like the corporate ladder and it started feeling like a rocket launch. Number 3, I took back the pen and wrote my own damn story. No more letting people define me, no more trying to tone it down, no more translating my genius to fit somebody else's idea of leadership. I own my superpowers. I position them as assets, and I led with them. And from there, amigos, everything changed. 2 major career pivots, a best-selling book, executive board seats, launched my own business with impact at the center. Because once you stop waiting for permission, you become the permission. And look, I'm not the only one. Oprah got told that she was too emotional, that she didn't fit the anchor mold. And you know what she did? She did not apologize. She built an empire around the very thing they told her to suppress. Her emotion, her empathy, her truth, her connection. That's what happens when you stop dimming your light to fit in. You just don't shine, you blind people with what's possible. So now's your turn. And here's my question to you. Are you still sitting at your desk waiting for someone to hand you your key to your own life? Or are you ready to grab the wheel, floor it, and drive straight to your darn legacy? Because this is the truth, nobody's coming to save you, girl. But you know what? The day you stop waiting is the day you become unstoppable. So let me ask you something. Have you ever crushed a project, led a team to a win, brought the energy that lifted everybody, and then got told that you were just too nice? You ever get that subtle side smile followed by the phrase, you're great with people, but you're super positive, but you're fun, but... Girl, let me tell you what that but really means. They don't know where to place your power, so they try to box it up and label it soft. But here's the truth. What they call soft is your freaking superpower. For ambitious women like you, especially for those of us who lead with heart, intuition, and people's first values, the corporate mold was never made to fit us. It was made to contain us. So when you show up fully in your own element with empathy and energy and emotional intelligence, they just don't know what to do with that because it doesn't check the old school command and control leadership box. So instead of honoring it, they question it. She's amazing with teams, but is she strategic? She has presence, but is she tall enough? She's fun to work with, but can she lead under pressure? Let me be clear, these bots are not feedback, they're fear. Fear of a different kind of leadership. Fear of somebody that they can control. Fear of someone who's not there to play by outdated rules, but to rewrite them. For years, I tried to prove them wrong with results. I thought, honestly, if I just keep delivering, eventually they will see me. But results alone don't speak if you stay silent. I learned that the hard way. I got passed up for a senior executive director role. And you know why? Because they said I was different, too outside of the mold, better suited for roles that honestly they had no intention of promoting me into. It was a darn loop. Too warm to lead, too fun to be taken seriously, too competent to be ignored, but too different to be elevated. That's when it hit me. If you don't own your narrative, someone else will script it for you. And trust me, they're gonna write it as you are the side character in your own darn main character story. No more shrinking, no more sanding down my edges to fit in the box I was never meant to be in. I was a great leader, despite being kind, intuitive, and energizing. And I was a great leader because of it. I built high-performing teams, and I drove real cultural change. I created environments where people didn't just survive, they freaking thrived. And the moment I stopped apologizing for being too much, I became unignorable. That same year, 2 offers for higher responsibility roles, a promotion, 3 executive board invitations. Not because I fit in, but because I finally stood out. So if you have been dimming your light to make others comfortable, listen to me. You don't need to fit in their mold. You need your own darn blueprints. Start asking, am I still letting outdated definitions of leadership box me in? Am I showing up, half of me, hoping somebody will see the whole me? Am I waiting to be celebrated in a room that was never designed for somebody like me? You don't need their table. You are the table. Your people-first leadership, that's emotional intelligence. Your positivity, that's culture building power. Your fresh perspective, that's innovation. You're not a liability. You are the upgrade. Own your story, friend. Position your strengths. Show up like the force of nature that you are. Because when you do that, they won't just see you. They will feel you walk into the room. And girl, at that point, you're just not being tolerated. You're being requested. If this is hitting home for you, don't keep it to yourself. Hit like so YouTube knows more women needs to see this. Okay, let me be real with you. It's not your resume that's holding you back. It's not your education. And it's not the lack of skill. It's fear. Loud, quiet, subtle, sneaky, sticky as hell fear. The kind of fear that doesn't shout but whispers. Don't be too loud. Don't take up too much space. Don't make the team uncomfortable. Play it safe. Be agreeable. Be grateful you're even in the room. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Yeah, because for most of us, especially if you were raised in cultures that worship hierarchy and obedience, fear doesn't feel like fear. It feels like respect, like being a team player. But let's call it what it is. It's self-sabotage in disguise. I come from a culture where you don't speak unless spoken to, where questioning authority isn't courageous, but it could be felt like disrespectful, where hierarchy isn't a structure, but it's a cage. So guess what I did? I kept my head down. I deliver results and I work my ass off. And I assume, like so many other women do, that my work should speak for itself. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. Your work can only speak if you give it a voice. And girl, mine was on mute. One day, I just had enough. Enough of shrinking, enough of self-censoring, enough of letting fear dictating my ceiling. So I rewrote the script. I started introducing myself not with a title, not with a resume rundown, but with a power position statement. I help transform organizations by creating cultures that win. That's not humble brag energy, that's ownership energy. Did you see that? I stopped asking, what if I say the wrong thing? And I started asking, what problems am I uniquely built to solve? External offers, speaking gigs, executive board invites. People started seeing me as the senior executive leader I always was because I finally showed up that way. And let me say this loud for the people in the back. You don't need permission. You were born with permission. God didn't put that fire in your belly so you could play it cute and quiet and convenient for the comfort of people who are intimidated by your power. He gave you a voice. He gave you gifts. And he gave you a mission. And playing small it helps nobody. Not you, not the team, not the people that you're meant to impact. So let's flip the narrative right now. Instead of, what if I say the wrong thing? Say, what truth do they need to hear? Instead of, what if they think I'm too much? Say, what if I'm exactly what this space is missing? Instead of, what if I fail? Say, what happens if I finally win? Because when you show up unapologetically aligned with who you really are, that's when momentum kicks in. That's when the recognition hits. That's when the room starts shifting when you walk in. And that version of you, that's the one who changes the game, amigos. Ask yourself right now, what part of me have I been hiding to keep others comfortable? What dream have I been deferring because I feel like I'm not ready? What version of myself am I afraid to become because I know she'll shake the room? Because here's the truth, playing small is not noble. Shrinking is not a strategy, and fear is not your friend, but power. Power is magnetic, girl, and it starts with a decision. This next level of your life, it will not be unlocked by playing by the old rules. It will be unlocked when you stop asking for permission and start giving yourself a darn green light. Step up, speak loud, shout out. You don't need to be fearless. You just need to stop letting fear drive. You ready? Because the moment you are, everything changes. Let me guess, you're smart, you're capable, you've done the work, but deep down, you're still waiting for the right moment, the right opportunity, the perfect circumstances, or worse, somebody else's permission slip to go after what you already know is yours. And I got news for you. There is no right moment. No golden ticket, no magical email, no savior on a white horse. There's only one thing that creates success: ownership. So if you're tired of waiting, tired of watching others get ahead while you stay stuck in potential, here's the exact blueprint to take your power back starting today. Numero uno, get clear on your next North Star. I didn't say your forever goal. I say your next one. Too many people stay stuck in the fog because they're waiting for the whole 10-year vision to crystallize. Stop. You just need the next step. Ask yourself, what's the next bold move I'm ready to make? Where do I want to grow in the next 6 to 12 months? What would it look like if I actually gave myself permission to go after it? And when you have direction, you stop drifting. Clarity cuts confusion like a knife. Numero dos, go deeper than the surface level why. You want to know why your motivation keeps burning out? Because it's shallow. I want to race, I want a title, I want to be seen, I want to be popular. That's not deep enough. You need to get raw, get personal, get uncomfortable. And why? Again, like a little kid. But why? Until the reason hits you in the gut. So let's go there. I want a leadership role. Why? Because I want to make an impact. Why? Because I want others to succeed. Why? Because I didn't have that growing up. Why? Because I want to be the leader I never had. And boom. Now, that's a why that keeps you moving when the path gets hard. Because let me tell you, it will get hard, but when you're rooted in purpose, you don't stop, you rise. Number 3, own your superpower and stop hiding your brilliance. Let me say it clear, you cannot be the best kept secret and a respected leader at the same time. So friends, stop waiting to be discovered. This is not Hollywood, it's your life. Here's what to do. Craft a position statement. Something bold, clear, and real. Like mine, I help transform organizations by building cultures that win. And now take it to the next level. Make your LinkedIn, social media, and conversations scream your brilliance. Stop minimizing and stop over-explaining. Stop apologizing. Your value is not for debate. It's up to you how to communicate it. Number 4, take intentional and aligned action. Now, here's the part that most people skip. Execution with alignment. You can't just take action. You need to take the right 3-part foundation. Mindset. Do you believe that you're worthy of your next level? Or are you just hoping that you'll be ready someday? Strategy. Do you have a real actionable game plan? Or are you just winging it and calling it growth? Proximity. Are you surrounded by people who see your greatness? Or people who benefit from you staying small? When all 3 lock in, that's when you become undeniable. And let me leave you with this. I don't regret the years I stayed quiet. I don't regret the detours, the second guessing, the burnout, or even the breakdowns. Because all of it shaped me. But you know what I would regret? Knowing I had the power in me and choosing not to use it. So you're not behind. You're not too late. You're not almost ready. You, my friend, you are exactly where you need to be. But now that you are here, what are you going to do with it? Now is action time. Take one bold step this week. Apply, speak up, start, launch. Clarify your position statement. Say it loud, loud until you believe it. And join a space that challenges and elevates you. A mastermind, a mentor, a coach, a room where your greatness is not tolerated but is expected. Because here's the real truth. The version of you who's playing small, she doesn't exist anymore. The woman watching this video, she's not waiting, she's rising. So if this leads something in you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with somebody who's ready to stop dimming their light. Subscribe if you are done playing small. And if you're ready to get in the room with other women who own their brilliance, check the link below. Our community is waiting. Because you were not born to blend in. You were born to stand out. Let's go. By the way, if you want complete clarity on what makes you stand out, I put together a free resource with the most powerful insights I've given my clients, the exact same strategies that help them unlock their superpowers and build brands that open doors. It will help you to do the same so you can step into your full potential and attract the right opportunities. The link is down below.